I'm Mary Jo Putney. I've mostly written historical novels, and I started way back when the computer carved the words directly on stone. I started out with the traditional Regency, the Georgette Hare, Jane Austen kind of book, and then I've gone into the larger, more sprawling stories, more angst-ridden characters, more tormented people, but always a happy ending. Well, I grew up in the farm country of upstate New York, more cows than people. I did not know any writers. The glamorous world of the author was something that was totally unimaginable, but I loved to read. I loved stories. And I think that's the beginning. You have to love stories, you have to love books, and you have to find out the kind of story that you love, that you want to write. And usually it's what you read as well. And looking at what's out there and what's possible is really the best way to start. You need to really understand the expectations of your genre. You need to know them in your bone, what it is that needs to be effective to make a story work. And then you can bring your individual voice, your experience, your particular interests into making a story. I think that when I started out, the stories were much more diverse. The genre was new. There were settings that were all over the world, all kinds of different characters. And with time, as the audience evolved and the editors and writers evolved, more of a consensus emerged of what works. And it's harder to be a little quirky. And I've been very fortunate that I've had editors that have given me a lot of elbow room to be quirky as long as the romance works. I think that the market is fragmenting quite a bit because there are so many niche publications. You can find much more specific things. When I started, there were like either category romance for contemporaries or historicals, and those were the big genres, and most people knew most of the big names. Now that there's so many more subgenres, there's a lot of variety for readers. You can really find what you like. It's harder for a writer to make a living because the niches have gotten smaller, and that means inherently less money. But I'm glad that once again we have a different kind of diversity that's so effective. Readers can find what they want.